So the first thing you need to obviously do is you need to go retrieve those files, which is obviously on your drive already, but I'm just going to go and retrieve that. Okay, so it's Jurassic analysis, and then they ask you to insert those things onto your header. Now, I just want to show you, sometimes you can't see the header. Then just go to the thing that says text. Okay, and then when you click on text, then you will see it. Okay, I can't show you now because mine is already there, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not going to do number 2 with you because that is really great info work. Then we are going to go to edit the spreadsheet as indicated in the instructions below and according to page 16 and 17. And you've got page 16 and 17 in front of you. So let's start by doing A. Now A, you will see is here. Okay. They ask you to use a function, okay, to number the films. Okay. So it's a function, and I have showed you this. Do you want me to switch off the lights? Okay, can you do that for me? Because you got to do. Okay. A function is average sum, don. So we're going to start with equal sum. Okay. We're going to type that, and we are going to add 1. Okay. And that is, you should actually do it on this one, and then you just drag it down. Okay, and now you've used the sum to number your films. Okay, so go through it again. You can watch the video and play and put. It's really not that deep. Okay, so don't make it more difficult than it is. Then they're asking you to assign the name film to the reference table in B12 to H13. What are you seeing when you're seeing assign a name? What are you thinking about? The VLOOKUPs, the HLOOKUP or the VLOOKUP. Okay, and by looking at the table, it's going to be an HLOOKUP. So you're going to right click, you're going to say define a name, and you're going to say film, and you're going to say okay. Then they are asking you to use that and display the release date. So they want it here. Okay. So according to the name of the movie or the film, there's going to be a date. Okay. What is the first thing you need to do before you can start your lookups? Yes, without the heading. So you're going to go to home. You're going to go to sort and filter, custom sort. Remember, it's an H lookup. So you need to go to options and say left to right. And you are going to choose what? Row 12. And you're going to say, okay, are you all with me? Okay, now you're going to go to release date. You're going to press on FX. We are doing an H lookup. The lookup value that you're looking up is the film, because according to the film, it will have a date. The table array, you can type the word in film, or you can just select everything and then it will give you the word term if you've done it correctly. And then what is the row index number? It's our answer. What is our answer supposed to be? The release date, which is in which row? The first or the second? The second, number 2. So I say, okay, and then I can auto-fill. Okay, let's go to number C. Again, make use of the reference table. What is your brain telling you? Assign a name, making a reference table is all got to do with VLOOKUPs. Okay, so we're not going to bother to change the name, but we have to be bothered by the fact that this needs to be in an alphabetical order, which it's not. I don't include my headings. I have to go to home. I need to make sure that it's sorted. It is a H lookup, so it needs to be from top to bottom, and I'm doing it according to the first column, which is F. And I say, okay. Are you with me? Okay. So it's going to get a public cinema scope. In other words, it's going to get an A negative or an A or a B or whatever according to the name of the film. Okay? So let's quickly do that. I'm going to go to my FX. I'm going to say I want to do a VLOOKUP. The table I'm looking up, or actually the value, sorry, is my full name again. My table array is that one. Okay? But what must I use when I do this? F4 on both sides of that colon. And then in what column is my answer? In column 2. Yes? And then I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to autofill. Okay, are you all with me? Now, it says, calculate. Do you have your hand up, Mr. Muzakizi? On what? On HLOOKUP? Yes. Because that's a very good question, because quickly look at the FX here. Okay, I'm going to show you. It is a 9. So remember, I always teach you there's 2 ways that table array can be displayed. If it is cells and the cells doesn't have a name, you must use F4. If it is a 9, then it must already congested into one block. Are you with me? Okay, that was one of the first things I showed you on that print screen I did of this. Do you remember that print screen? There was a video made of that. Go look at that one again. Okay, are you with me? Okay. So can I go on, Mr. Muzakizi? Do you understand? Okay. Now, let's go to number D. D is the age of the film in years, and you must use the given date in cell H3. Okay, now listen very carefully. This is part of text functions. Okay, now before I do this one, I'm going to ask you to calculate your age. Okay. Now, you obviously know what your age is because you're a human being and we kind of tend to know what our age is. But if you want to know somebody else's age, then you are going to take their date of birth. You're actually going to take 2026 and subtract their date of birth. Are you with me? Yes. Okay. So let's say equals today. Okay. Because today is the 13th of March. Let's say you want to know how old is, I gave you an activity, Beyonce. Beyonce was born in, let's say, 1984. This is not her real birthday, but I'm just going to make it up. Okay. Now look here. Both of those are dates. All right. Now, if I say equals today, which is the answer of today, yes, and I subtract the year she was born, it's going to give me the answer in days. Okay, she's 15,167 days old. Are you with me? Then I have to go. Now look here quickly. If there is 365 days in a year, right? How many years is this equal to? So this is days and this is the year. How many years? 1. How did you go from 361 to 1? You divide it. Okay? Are you with me? So if I have 1,200 days, I'm going to say the years is equal to that divided by 365. Are you with me? Yes. Okay. Now, the reason we're not going to divide by 365 and we are going to divide by 365 2.5 is the following. Okay, it's the more accurate way, but some lecturers just say divide by 365. But I want you to understand why it's 365.25. Okay? If you have a whole year, a whole one, and you take that one, and you divide it by 4, how many is each going to get? 0,2. Okay, so can you see where I get that 0.25 from? Why am I dividing by 4? Because every 4th year is a leap year. And then we get an extra day. But we actually want to divide that extra day into all of the other years. Are you with me? So let's say 2016, we had 365. 2017, we had 365. 2018, we had 365. And in 2019 was a leap year, let's say for the argument's sake, and we have an extra day, then February has most an extra day. You remember that? So can you see that extra one we take and we divide by each one of those years so that we have a 0.25. You don't have to understand this part, okay? But for those of you who want to understand it, that's the reason, okay? You only need to apply that knowledge and say, okay, if I go from days to years, I divide by 365.25. Are you with me? Yes. Okay. So what am I going to do to get Beyonce's years? I'm going to say this amount must be divided by 365. So you're going to actually say this, ne? Divided by 365.25, and she's about 41 years old. Okay? But now, okay, we don't say I'm 41.52 years old, and we also don't give you 2 cells to calculate this. We only give you 1 cell. So can you see for BODMAS, you first have to calculate that, and then you can go and divide. Are you with me? Yes. Okay. I'm going to stop here. There's another one, oopsie, that you need to do. But I'm not going to do that now, how we round off. Then we'll have to say round, okay? And we'll have to say comma 2. But that's not something that you have to do now. Okay? That's okay. You're not going to do all, but that is something I will still teach you. Or we can say 0 so that we want it in the perfect one. Okay, that's how you round it off. And this you must now go study it. You go study that exact same thing. Okay, are you with me, darlings? Now let's take that knowledge back into the age of the years. Okay, remember, this is almost like your date of birth. You take the older one. We took today, so we're going to take this date. Are you with me? Yes. And we're going to subtract what? That date. What was our answer going to be in? In days. What must I do with that answer? I must put it into BODMAS. Yes? You understand why I'm doing that? It was first subtract, and then it must divide by that amount. Are you with me? And then it's going to give you an answer. And then they say your years must be displayed with 1 decimal. Now in 5, you would have done this. Look here. You would have done this. And it's fine for now because it doesn't tell you to make use of a function. But if they do ask you for a function, you have to put in round there, yes? Are you with me? And what is the comma going to be? 1. They ask for a 1 decimal. Okay, but I obviously now messed up that one. Okay, because I fiddled with this, and that's why it was displaying more than 1 0. Okay, are you with me, darlings? Yes. So this is displayed in years. There we go. Okay, why is this value not working? Do you think I did something wrong? What happens in HLOOKUP if you don't do something? Remember, this value is for everything. What must I do? Yes, well done. I must press F4 in front of or in after that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to number E. The appropriate function to determine the popular fill. Okay. If rotten tomatoes in percentage is greater than 60, okay, so they're talking about this one. If it's greater than 60, the word must display popular. Otherwise, it must say not at all. Okay, are you with me? All right, so let's quickly see. It's a normal if, not the nested if. So we are going to go to the if function. If this value is what? They said only greater, not equal to, but if it's equal to, the equal sign must come after that operator, ne?
Yes.
You can't put it like this. Then it's going to give you an error, but you have to put it like this, but for now we're just doing that. So bigger than 60, then what word must be there? Popular. Otherwise, it must be what? Not at all. Okay? Remember, you don't have to put the inverted commas in an if, but if that is a text, a name, ne? Then that must be put into. So let's say this was equals to a name. Let's say red or whatever. Then you have to manually do that. But because it's not, it's only a number, you can do it like this. Are you with me? Do you know what I'm telling, what I'm saying? Okay. So what are you predicting? That one is going to be the popular. That two shouldn't be, and that the last two should also not be. So let's see if we've done it correctly. Yes. Okay. Always check your if. Okay. Now the if is a nested if, and I'm not going to do it today because half of your class is not here, and also you're going to forget it by Monday. So let's quickly go to G. Now all of the stuff that's here is in full work. The youngest firm is going to be equals minimum. Okay, so you're going to go there and oopsie, and it's going to give you, okay, but now what is happening here? I don't want it from that one. What column should I use? The youngest one is going to be the one that is the least in years. Do you agree with me? Okay, but now look there, it's done. Let's just make it a num. No. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Then the next one is display the age of the oldest firm. That's going to be equal to max. Yes, are you with me? What's the difference between large and max? Who knows? What is the difference? When you want second biggest, third biggest, you use large. Second smallest, third smallest, you use small. If you want highest, lowest, oldest, youngest, max and min. Are you with me? The moment you go in between, like second or second biggest, second fastest, you use large and small. Are you with me? The number of firms is going to be count I, because why? It is text. Do you agree with me? And the average, this was a nice one because this is all in full work, the average of the age. So you need to take that of the average, and that's it. Okay, let's go to K. Use the correct function to calculate the monthly payment. Now, all of K, L, M, and N is going to be a text function that I'm going to do with you next week. Otherwise, your whole thing is not going to work. And then at number 6, you had to hide your rows 11 to 22. How do you hide? You select, you right click, and you hide. Okay? And then you can go on with your values of the pivot table and the pivot chart. Okay, I'm going to stop here.